So in my previous article demonstrated the use of Azure Storage API to manage the one lake in Fabric. So I thought if it's possible to create a custom application that can leverage those API. So I created this small .NET console application. Nothing fancy, just a simple console-based interface that can be used to perform basic storage level operations over the lakehouse. So this is a C sharp project. So to get started, I'll run this project and we'll go through each operations step by step. So, so I've started running the application. So this is the landing page. The first thing that you'll have to do is the enter the workspace. Okay, and workspace. So in my Fabric tenant, I have a workspace called as a my underscore workspace. We'll enter this. We should confirm this. And these are the list of operations that you can perform. First is the you can check the lakehouse directory structure. Second is create a directory, rename a directory, delete, upload, download files. All right, we'll go through each step one by one. So let's start by checking the existing directory structure of the lakehouse. Okay, so the next step is that it will prompt for a browser-based authentication. That's the authentication that's connected to your Fabric tenant. Like once authenticated, is it authenticated? Yeah, it's authenticated. All right. So it's gonna give a list of all the existing lakehouse in your workspace. So in my workspace, so we have three lakehouses. So I have filtered them out here in the web UI. So I have lakehouse underscore one, temporary lakehouse underscore one, and temporary lakehouse underscore two. And that and under the so we can traverse into the existing lakehouse, a given lakehouse. So in this case, we have only files folder for lakehouse underscore one, and here we have only the files folder, right? And we go back and we'll work only on lakehouse underscore one. So I'll go back to the main menu. So let's start creating a directory under the lakehouse one. So I'm gonna say I want to create a directory underscore lakehouse underscore one. So under the files folder, I'm gonna say I want to create a directory with name dr underscore one. Okay, so now we have the directory called dr underscore one. So I'll refresh the files folder here in the web UI. As you can see, we have a directory called dr underscore one. And if I want to say I want a subdirectory under uh, the new directory that I created. So I'm gonna say dr underscore one underscore one. Yep. Now you should have a directory under the dr underscore one. Yep. All right. I'll go back to the lake house, and if you want to create a directory under a different lake house, let's create I don't okay, let's create it under lake house underscore temporary lake house underscore one. So let's go and check the directory structure for temporary lake house underscore one. Yeah, so we have dir so we have dir, then there's a subdirectory in dir, then you have two root level directories. All right. And yep. Okay, let's create a directory under y. We'll say y underscore one. Yep, let's check in the UI. Yeah, you have a folder called as y underscore one. All right, let's move on to the next operation, which is the renaming of the directories. You have to go back to the main menu for that. We'll say rename directory. Then it will give a list of the lake houses. to choose from. Let's work only on lakehouse underscore one. So the directory that we created, dir underscore one, let's rename it to dir1. Let's remove the underscore here. And yep, now you have a directory called a directory named dir1. So we no longer have the underscore. Let's refresh this. Okay, yeah, because I have to refresh the root folder. Yep. Okay, and let's rename this as well. Let's rename it one. I mean, remove the underscore. Let's rename it dr11 and refresh. Can we refresh? Okay, we can refresh from here. Yep, it's renamed to dr11. All right. Let's delete a directory. We say this lake house. Let's delete the dr11 directory. Yep. So it got deleted. So since this is not a web-based UI, so we cannot have that confirmation or pop-up box if you want. Do you want to confirm, delete, and all? As soon as you select the directory and you press enter, the operation takes place and the deletion got executed. Let's go back to the main menu. Next thing is download the files from a lakehouse directory. Alright, but before that we'll have to upload a few files. Let's first download a few files to the through the web UI. I'm gonna say okay, I need to find few folders. Okay, here logs and in lakehouse. Yeah, these files. Okay, let's upload table 1 and table 2. And here is an option. So this is a configuration level setting. So first thing is that we have to mention the service principal client ID. All right, and second is the download location. Download location would help us to identify the location where we want the local location where we want to download the files from the Fabric tenant. All right. So what we are going to do is that now we had uploaded two files, right? So we had uploaded two files, table one and table two.csv. So we're going to download these files from the tenant to the to this location, which is the download file. So let me check here if there are any files existing. Okay, I'm going to delete them. So we'll say download files from the lakehouse directory. So you'll have to confirm the lakehouse, and we are going to say okay, file dr1. So this option gives us a list of the files that exist under the folder under the directory. So I'm going to say all the two files. I'm going to press enter. All the files are successfully downloaded from. Yep, now we should go back. So you can see we have two files downloaded from the Fabric tenant. Right, let's go back to the lakehouse list and let's go to the main menu. So now that we have downloaded the two files, now we can upload the files to the lakehouse as well. So we're gonna say lakehouse 1, and we're gonna say we want to upload the files to dir1 folder. And I'm gonna select the location. So here I need to enter the local path. So we have these two files, 11 and 123. Let's check if they are the files. Okay. So we don't have any. Sorry, we don't have any files apart from table1 and table2.csv, and we are going to say upload these files, these two files, 1 1 and 1 2 3, to the dir1 location. Okay, so now we have four files, right? The two files from the earlier upload and the two files that we uploaded right now. Yeah, and go back. We have to select and go back. Go back to the lakehouse list, and the next option that we're going to do is that, yeah, that's all. So these are the, just wanted to demonstrate like how we can use a custom tool to leverage those APIs to manage the Fabric tenant. Uh, yeah, so that's all for this demo. All right, so if you do have any questions or comments, do let me know. I'll be very glad to answer them. All right, thank you very much.